Okay. Welcome to your next boss. This we gotta get this ammo. This we gotta get Scooby to this ammo.
Good morning. We're on our way home to Portland from Spokane. My duty days are over, and we're driving through all the weather, aren't we?
Yes.
David's in the car with me. We're driving through all the weather. It snowed last night and deposited a couple of inches on the ground, and then it was melting-ish in Spokane when we left. On the drive, we've had snow mixed with hail. We've had hail. We've had snow, and now it's snowing, raining. I think it's raining. Sleeting. I think that's what that's called. Sleeting. I think it's sleeting. It's almost rain. It's rain by the time it hits the windshield of the car. So we are charging, as you might be able to tell behind me. But I'm popping on right now because I'm in the midst of the remodel of David's sweater. So this is a sweater pattern by Baby Cocktails, and I'll put a link to the pattern below. But you're not going to recognize it as that because I made so many modifications. Basically, the only thing left is that it's bottom up and that the cable design matches. And I got to say, I do love this cable design. I'm sure it's not Baby Cocktails, but it is my favorite. So let me flip you around and take you through what's happening here. Make do with my lap. This is a bottom up pieces design. So you start at the base of the waist, work your way up in the front piece, back piece, and 2 sleeve pieces, and then seam it. I personally love seaming, so I'm okay with that. And then the cable design is the honeycomb, which I love, into two 2x2 cables with garter stitch in between, then another set of 2x2s, and you have a panel across the front, and then it ends with another honeycomb on the side. And then she does a really cool thing where you have basically a ribbing up the side to help you set up your seaming process. Love this sweater. Now, here come the modifications. The modifications are that I wanted this to not be a drop shoulder sweater, and this pattern takes you straight up the body and then you just put wing sleeves on. And I personally like a more fitted sweater. So I attempted a raglan decrease, and you can see part of that here. Here's the back of it. You can see the whole thing. A raglan decrease up to the neck, and then I did a knitted decrease to do a little slight scoop in the neck. However, when this was done, the neck was just too big, not small enough. So I need to go back and do this raglan decrease more quickly. On the sweater that I'm now unraveling, just trying it on for David, this is how far I need to do the decreases right here. So basically I need to start in this armpit, and I need to do the every other row decrease that I did in the first place, plus 15 additional decreases until I get to the top, in order to get a neck that just isn't huge around, open. It's just huge. It was way open and uncomfortable. I believe there's also a sleeve issue because the sleeves are a bit too long. So I'm probably going to rip those back and do some decreases on the sleeves. About another couple inches. We'll see how patient I am when I'm getting done. So what I've done is I've unstitched the sleeves from the body. I've unstitched the body down to where the raglan decreases start, right here. And I'm going to rip back to the beginning of this decrease panel, right here where I started the decreases. And I am going to space out 15 more decreases where I do the decrease on every row. Right now, I do knit 2 together, knit across, turn, slip, slip, knit, knit across, knit 2 together, back and forth and back and forth. On some of these return rows, I need to do a knit 2 together on the return. I need to do a slip, knit, slip, knit at the other end, and then a knit 2 together at this end, in order to increase the rate at which the decreases are happening on the raglans. And I need to do that 15 more times on both sides for a total of 30 decreases on each side. So yeah, so I'm going to do that math in my head and figure out how quickly this needs to happen. Now that's what needs to happen in the front and in the back, because by the time I get up to the neck, I want to have basically 30 less stitches, 15 on either side at the neck. So that is what I'm going to happen. What I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to do. Now, just because this has come up a lot on Facebook forums and such, I want to show you what the yarn looks like when you rip it out. There you go. It's very crinkly, wrinkly. A lot of people will bring up on Facebook discussions, oh, I'm harvesting yarn from a sweater. Do I need to wash it before I use it again? And I have seen people say, oh gosh, yes, you need to because of the elasticity issue. Well, I'm going to say no, you don't. I have done this multiple times. I have harvested yarn multiple times. I have reknit that yarn multiple times. And then I went ahead and added new yarn sometimes to continue with the knitting. When I block the sweater, there is no gauge difference. There is no tension difference. The new knitting looks the same as the old knitting. So go for it. Harvest yarn. Use it. Don't be precious with it. The only thing I say is be cautious if you happen to have wear in the yarn itself and you might have some weak points. So go ahead and cut out those sections where you see wear, because they're going to continue to be weaknesses on your new sweater or your new knitted project. But there you go. I'm going to keep working on this. As I progress, I'll pop back in and show you progress. Hello. I'm in the dining room because I want to give you an overhead shot of this little sweater remake I'm doing. I've taken a gap of a day because I'm going out of the camera because I'm trying to fix the sweater that's laying on the table. I took a day off because I needed to ruminate on what needed to happen. And so we've tried the basically belly band of a sweater on David today. And I've given it a think, and I'm going to talk you through what's going to happen next. All right, so here's the sweater laid out. When I had you on the the camera before, I was ripping out from the neck. I had unstitched the sleeve installation and down the sides to the beginning of the raglan and ripped it back. Note, when you rip back wool, David has tried this on a couple of times, and I actually had a bit of a heart attack because he yanked it over his head a minute ago, and look what is staying. Have we had any running? No, we have not, because this is the beauty of rustic wool. This is Studio Donegal Heathers in white. I made this 6 years ago, as I said before. What I am going to do to solve this problem is take this back 15 more rows. And then I'm going to go into the raglan. Now, hopefully, that will be okay with this. I didn't think about that. I will have to ease in the sleeves into the raglan because I need this to go over to here. So I need to bring this in by the time we get up to the neck into these two cables on the front and on the back. It needs to come in this much further. So I either need a steeper diagonal or I need a deeper diagonal. And I had just convinced myself I needed a deeper diagonal, but now I'm questioning that because of the length of this. I may have to count these and figure out how my diagonal's going to go. I may need to make it deeper. Oh no. All right. Well, that's where I'm going to leave you today. Remember to subscribe if you want to see what happens next in the repair of this sweater. I'm going to go find my size, I believe, 8 knitting needles and get this going again so that it's done before I leave at the end of next week. Like this video, give me comments and tell me what you think I should do, because now I don't know. Subscribe, ring the bell, all that good jazz. Remember, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing these videos from Norway. So tell your friends if they want to see what the Aran and Carlos cruise is like. This is your chance. I'll be videotaping probably a little bit every day, but uploading on my regular, not so regular schedule. Anyway, I'll see you. Let me bring this around. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.